Welcome to the Joe Morley Sports Show. Week 5 football Sunday. The season continues to have great football played, right? There's great football games every week so far this season. Offenses are on fire. Defense are struggling to keep up. What is a punter? What is a punter? We don't need them anymore. We don't need punters this year, right? I'll break down every Sunday game, but first let me take care of some business. If you don't know who I am, go check out joemorleysports.com. On joemorleysports.com, you will find the links to my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube, my Twitter, and all of my past podcasts and where you can listen to them, right? Go make sure to follow me on all the social media platforms so you don't miss anything. All right. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which I recommend you do. I recommend it, right? You saw me go on a little rant yesterday. I apologize for profanity if you guys saw that or heard it. I apologize. I was living in the moment. There it goes. The Dallas Cowboys played the New York Giants, right? And you all know how I feel about the Cowboys. And you know how I feel about and how much crap I've been talking about the Cowboys this year. Well, Dak Prescott, the quarterback of the Cowboys, right? He went down late in the game with a dislocated ankle. And I don't care. I do not care what your thoughts are on Dak or the Cowboys. He's a human being first, right? He's a human being. You could talk crap about the team. You could talk crap about the jerseys. You could do everything about their play. But you don't talk crap about a human being. And nothing gives you the right to cheer for an injury. I hate the Cowboys. and it's pretty hard for me, but I will, I hate the Cowboys and I always talk a lot of crap about the Cowboys and their fans. But me personally would never, ever cheer for a player injury. I wish a speedy recovery to Dak, and it sucks for a guy that, that's on a franchise deal, that's going to be a free agent at the end of this year. It sucks for him. Dak, speedy recovery, man. Speedy recovery. And Dallas fans, if you guys are rooting and cheering that he's actually gone, get the hell out of here because you're a fake fan. You're a fake fan. And I'll tell you right now, you're a fake fan if you rooted for Dak Prescott to get an injury. Get the hell out of here. Now let's talk about the rest of the Cowboy game. I said on my live before the games, if you guys don't know, I go on Instagram Live every Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, and I break down a couple games and I answer a bunch of questions and stuff like that. Well, I said on my live before the game, because I read something on Twitter about Devontae Freeman, and they said if you need a sneaky fantasy play Devontae Freeman. And it made me laugh because I said this on my live. If the Dallas Cowboy defense makes Devontae Freeman a top 10 running back this week, come Monday morning, they should all be released. Just release them all because there's no way Devontae Freeman should be a top 10 running back, right? Well, Freeman got 60 yards and a touchdown, but he wasn't really a force in the game. He wasn't really that big force in the game. So, I'll let him pass on that one. I'll let the Cowboys defense slide on that one. The Cowboys defense didn't stop or they didn't even try to basically stop the Giants offense. So, of course, it was all on the Dallas Cowboy offense again this week. Cowboys were up 31-23 going into the fourth quarter, and the Giants scored 11 points in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Andy Dalton came in because, of course, Dak Prescott's injury. He led the Cowboys to 2 field goals, including the game winner with no time left on the clock to win the game. The Cowboys won the game 37-34. The Cowboys now have 2 wins this season. 2 wins, guys. Both of those wins came against the Falcons, 0-4. The Falcons are 0-5 and Giants 0-5. So a combined record of 0-10 is who you win. Let's give it up for the Cowboys, right? Give it up for them Cowboys. Let's give it up for them. They're still them boys, guys. 2 wins, right? They still them boys. 2-3, first place in the NFC East. Woo-woo, Cowboys. Let's give it up for them Cowboys. The 2-3, first place NFC division leading Cowboys. Woo! Woo! Hopefully they can play some more winless teams so they can get some more wins, right? The Washington football team, the other team another team in the NFC East, the NFC East, whatever you want to call them. This week they demoted quarterback Dwayne Haskins, and even gave the practice squad quarterback more reps in practice this week, right? They gave him more reps than Haskins. Haskins, I don't know if it's true. They said he was sick. He had a stomach flu or something. He didn't suit up. He didn't even go to the stadium for the game. The Redskins started quarterback Kyle Allen. You guys remember Kyle Allen from Carolina last year, how he started off good behind when Cam Newton went down, and then he kind of went downhill after that. Well, Allen started good here. He was 9 of 13, 73 yards, a touchdown, but then he got knocked out of the game. He was forced out of the game, and it forced the Washington football team to bring in Alex Smith. You guys remember Alex Smith? A couple seasons ago, he had that gruesome leg injury. And we never thought we'll see him on a football field again, right? Multiple surgeries later and working his way back, he finally made it back. And I don't think Washington really wanted to put him in a game this year. I think they were just letting him get his feet back. But they were kind of forced to do it, right? Without Haskins, with Kyle Allen going down, now you have to do it. You had to bring him in. And in my group chat, right, when they brought him in, they brought back Alex Smith, and I said, hey, welcome back, Alex Smith, but get ready to meet Aaron Donald. Get ready to meet him. And the Rams didn't hold back. They didn't hold back. They knew Alex Smith was back there. They knew it was his first game back in a couple of years. And they knew that he would probably have the jitters. And you saw his wife in the stands, and she was, like very nervous looking. I think everybody who watched this game was very nervous about it. I was nervous, and I was cringing every time he got hit. Like, ooh, no, come on. And then, like I said, the Rams didn't hold up. They came at him hard. And Alex moved a lot better. Alex Smith moved a lot better than I thought he was. He moved let's just say he missed a lot of hits that he should have took, right? But Aaron Donald didn't care because he had a day. After the first quarter, this game was basically put away by the Rams. Usually the Rams are, they play down or up to their opponent level depending on how good their opponent or how bad their opponent is. Usually they're right there. Well, this week they decided to be themselves, right? The Washington offensive line had nothing, and I mean nothing, to stop the Rams defense this week. Sack after sack after sack after sack. The Rams finished with 8 sacks as a team, 4 of them by Mr. Donald himself. Alex Smith finished 13 of 17 for 37 yards. 37 yards, guys, for Alex Smith on his return. Welcome back to the NFL. I'm glad he's back, but it wasn't pretty. The Rams offense had 300-yard day from Jared Goff. This game shows that the Rams still don't know who they want as their lead running back, right? Akers, Henderson, Brown, all mixed in the carries. The Rams won this game easily. Easily they won this game, 30-10. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Eagles had their game. Okay, Miles Sanders made me look bad today, guys. He made me look bad. I didn't expect the Eagles offense to do anything against the Steelers defense. I was wrong. I'll admit it. I was wrong. I was wrong on this one. I was right about one thing. That Eagles defense is horrible. I understand why everyone thinks that I don't understand why everybody thinks that the Eagles have a great defense. Like, in your mind, you're always thinking the Eagles have a great defense. I don't know why. Because they don't. They don't have a defense. Today was the welcome out party. We saw glimpses of him before this in other games, but today was like the full out welcome. Here's the balloons, blow the streamers, everything. Chase Claypool is here, the rookie wideout from Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson got knocked out of the game early, so Claypool continued to show how the Steelers continuously draft great wideouts, right? Claypool finished with 7 catches, 110 yards. He had 3 touchdowns receiving, 1 rushing touchdown, so 4 touchdowns on the game. Great for him. Every team is now doing like a wide receiver end around play, right? Where they fake the running back going one side, they bring the receiver around the other side, pitch it to him, and he takes off. Well, I don't know if you guys watched the Steeler game. They had a great one in this one. They had Ray McLeod. He came back around and he broke it 58 yards. He should have gone for a touchdown. He got caught right at the end. A great play. I've seen it a lot more from every team. Almost every team is running that play now, and it's running perfection. Eagles running back Miles Sanders, like I said, he did have a good game. He did some damage against the Steelers defense. 11 carries, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. A lot of hate. There's a lot of hate now, guys, starting against Carson Wentz. I'm not sure why people are starting to hate Carson Wentz. He threw some picks. He's thrown some picks, in this game. He's thrown some picks this season. But this guy doesn't have any weapons. His number one wide receiver this year, Greg Ward. He's throwing touchdown passes to people that were on the streets that you don't even know the names of some of these wide receivers. And he's getting a lot of hate. Zach Ertz is nowhere to be found this year. Right? Where's Zach Ertz? He can't continue to try to always find Miles Sanders on every play. The Eagles lost this game, but hung around longer than everybody thought they would, and I give them a little bit of credit for that. With the final score being Steelers 38, Eagles 29. The Steelers stay unbeaten at 4-0. Remember, they had the bye last week, so they are 4-0. This game, I don't even know what to say about the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengal game. It was a game we thought it was going to go this way, right? We thought this game was what we thought it was going to be. Last week, the Bengals got the first win. They've made a lot of strides to improve this season, but there was no way, no way they match up with the Bengals. Like Kevin Hart would say, and he would say this about Joe Burrow. No, he wasn't ready, right? Joe Burrow is running around like David Carr his first year with the Houston Texans. Joe Mixon showed up last week. He went away again this week. Where was he? Joe Burrow was sacked 7 times. He didn't even reach 200 yards passing, guys. Lamar Jackson threw for 2 touchdowns, one to Hollywood Brown, the other one to Mark Andrews. The Ravens defense, rookie linebacker Patrick Queen picked up a fumble, returned it 53 yards for a touchdown. It was all Ravens in this game, 27-3. 27-3 was the final. I mean, what else am I going to tell you about this game? It was just a blowout, right? Just a big blowout. The Jets faced off against the Arizona Cardinals. No Sam Darnold this week, so the Super Bowl champion quarterback Joe Flacco started for the Jets, right? Get excited because the quarterback of the Super Bowl champion Ravens is in the game. And the Jets even had the return of Le'Veon Bell, right? So something exciting for the Jets to get, right? The 0-4 Jets. They get Joe Flacco. They get Le'Veon Bell inserted into the offense. And in the first half, the Jets were keeping it close, right? With the score 10-3 at halftime. The Cardinals weren't moving the ball. Hopkins was pretty much being shut down. And the Cardinals offense, this is what you got to know about the Cardinals offense. It's designed to wear you down over 4 quarters. You might hold them for a couple quarters, but they're designed to wear you down and then in the fourth quarter run all over you, right? Well, the Jets just didn't have enough the rest of the game after halftime. Kyler Murray threw for 380 yards, a touchdown, rush for 31 yards. Drake actually was spotted and scored a touchdown in this game. Wow, that was a surprise, right? For Kenyon Drake fantasy owners, you got to be excited about that. DeAndre Hopkins wasn't held in check for long. He finished with 6 catches, 131 yards, a touchdown. Jamison Crowder would be the only one worth mentioning. The only one worth mentioning on the Jets today, and especially the Jets offense. He finished with 8 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown. The Jets are now 0-5 and not improving. Look, they're not getting better. You can't say this is better than last week, or you're not seeing improvement in the team. The Cardinals bounced back after losing 2 in a row to improve to 3-2 overall. Jacksonville. Duval! The Jacksonville Jaguars had the task of taking on the Houston Texans this week, right? Romeo Cornell is now the oldest person to ever be a head coach in an NFL game. What is he, 73 years old? Something like that, right? He took over as the interim coach for the Houston Texans after they fired Bill O'Brien earlier this week. Jacksonville had a shot in this game. They had a shot in this game early, but Stephen Hauschka, the kicker, couldn't make a field goal. He couldn't make a field goal. He missed 2 in a row. He had 2 shots. He missed them all, which looking at the overall score might not help, but at the moment, it might have because, the momentum was there. He lost momentum for his team. Not getting points on the board hurts the team. Deshaun Watson, Brandon Cooks had their best games of the season, right? Watson threw for 359 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Cook caught 8 balls, 161 yards, and a touchdown. David Johnson ran for 96 yards, guys, in the game. After starting the season 1-0 and beating the Colts, right? Beating the Colts. Jaguars have now dropped 4 in a row. 4 in a row. We can now officially say Minshew Mania is over, right? Can we say that? Can we say that Minshew Mania is complete and it's done with? Can we finally say that? I've been saying it for a while that Minshew Mania was overrated, and they're finally done. We're finally done with Minshew Mania. I believe we finally are done with it. Minshew Mania, get out of here. Here's a fun fact. I don't know if you guys saw my story. The Jaguars are the first team are the first team in NFL history to lose 3 consecutive games to previously winless teams, excluding season's openers. They've lost to Miami, Cincinnati, and Houston. All of them entered the games without win or against Jacksonville without a win. First team in history to do that. You know, Minshew Mania, I'm saying it's over. And you know what? He might not be the issue with that offense. But that offense doesn't have a spark, and no one is scared of it, right? Nobody's scared of the Jacksonville Jaguars offense. Minshew's going to take the brunt of it. The Texans get their first win of the season, and we'll continue. We're going to continue to see if they're going to, go up in the upward direction, especially with Romeo Crennel as their coach. The Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons, right? They could have had their win against the Cowboys, but they didn't know how to cover onside kicks. They could have had a couple other wins when they had leads and they blew them. I mean, I was beat up pretty bad, guys. I was pretty beat up, pretty bad on YouTube in the offseason because I did a prediction of the Atlanta Falcons and the breakdown of their season, and the Falcons fans came at me hard, right? And they said, I said that they're going to struggle on defense, and the Atlanta Falcons fans were, giving me a hard time. I said they weren't going to win a lot of games this year, and the Falcon fans came out and said, no, bull crap. Well, the Falcons got destroyed by the Panthers today. The Panthers are now on a three-game winning streak. Teddy Bridgewater, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mike Davis rushed for 89 yards. DJ Moore, did you guys forget about DJ Moore? Well, guess what? He showed up this week. He had 93 yards receiving. And, of course, Robbie Anderson, man. He got out of that Adam Gase offense in New York. He finally got put into an offense that he likes, and he's going off. Another 100, he got 112 yards in this game, over 100 yards. He's been doing that all season. The Panthers offense is improving every game this season. Every game this season, as the season moves on, their offense is improving. The defense still needs some work, but scoring is the name of the game. Once they get that offense scoring, they can fix that defense. The Falcons scored 9 points in the second half to make the game look closer in the box score. Really, they weren't in the game. Matt Ryan didn't throw a touchdown again for the second week in a row. Julio Jones didn't play. Todd Gurley ran for 121 yards on 14 carries and a touchdown. I'm guessing Dan Quinn didn't see that the game was better with the ball in Gurley's hand and out of Matt Ryan's hand. I'm guessing he didn't see that. After the game, it came out that the Falcons would be firing Dan Quinn along with Thomas Dimitroff, the general manager. We all know this was coming, and frankly, it might be a week or two too late, right? It might have been too late already. Dan Quinn will probably catch on somewhere. He's probably going to catch on somewhere else because he's a great defensive mind, but he just doesn't get it done, and he hasn't got it done in Atlanta. And ever since Kyle Shanahan left, and the Falcons blew that Super Bowl lead, they haven't been the same. They have not been the same team. So Dan Quinn is out in Atlanta, 0-5. We'll see who the intern coach is going to be, but they're done. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know already, if you do not know already, Henry Ruggs is a stud. A stud, I said. I am a Raider fan, and I knew they had a chance, right? I knew they had a chance against the Chiefs. The game plan they've always come up against the Chiefs has always worked. They just not been able to execute it for 4 quarters. So in this game, I picked against my Raiders. I did. I picked against them because on paper and everything there, I couldn't justify the pick, right? I knew the Raiders would have to play a complete game to beat the Chiefs. I knew it. I knew it. So I didn't pick them. I went against it, and I was stupid. My fault. My bad. My bad, Raider Nation. I'm stupid. I did it. The Raiders did fall behind, right? They did fall behind early, 21-10. And people were talking, same old Raiders, right? But then they fought back. Right? They went into halftime 24-24 against the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. The Raiders defense was getting pressure on Mahomes, but they were allowing him to break through and still find his receivers downfield, right? After halftime, the Raiders made the adjustments and the Chiefs didn't. Paul Gunther, I owe him an apology because I've been on him hard this season. Great game plan. The Raiders defensive coordinator deserves a lot of credit for this game plan. It was hard. I was very hard on him last week, like I said, but he got his team ready to go against this high-powered offense, and they came ready to play, and they did it, right? Derek Carr played unbelievable. 22 of 31, 347 yards, 3 touchdowns. He threw his first interception of the season. He found Nelson Aguilar, right? He found Henry Ruggs. Both of them he found deep. One for a 72-yarder, one for a 59-yarder. Tyreek Hill had a huge touchdown early. That was called back. As a Raider fan, this game excites me not because they beat the defending Super Bowl champions, right? Not because they broke the Chiefs' 13-game win streak, but because the Raiders finally opened up the offense. They finally let it fly. Derek Carr was slinging it all over the field, and he showed the people, he showed the world that he could throw it deep. A lot of people said Derek Carr can't throw it deep. How'd he do it today, huh? How'd he do today? The Raiders showed the speed that they have at wide receivers, and it was great to see. It was great to see that, right? I hope John Gruden and Olsen allow this offense to continue to open up moving forward. The Raiders are now 3-2, and they gained respect in this game around the league. They let the AFC West know for sure that they're here, right? Hey. Raiders are knocking, right? 3-2. You know who they lost to? Patriots and the Bills. Not bad, right? They weren't even 100% in those games. When Henry Ruggs is on the field, Raiders are 3-0. 3-0. My bad for doubting against the Raiders and Henry Ruggs. My fault. The Chiefs fall to 4-1. Now, if you guys watch me on Instagram Live, I mentioned this earlier, every Sunday morning, I go live around 8:30 a.m. Pacific time to give you everyone updates on the inactives, answer some last-minute questions. And I was talking about the Browns and the Colts game, right? I said I was taking the Browns. I took the Browns this weekend. And I said, because I trusted their running game. I think Kevin Stefanski has them going and doing pretty good, right? And I was questioned about Phillip Rivers. I said Phillip Rivers is still a good quarterback, but the Colts cannot rely on him throwing for more than 30 passes a game because that's not a winning game plan for them. I said the Colts need to get Taylor going. I said Taylor's been going, but they're not giving him enough carries, and he has to break out, and he finally has to get those touchdowns. Well, it looked good. In this game, it looked good early on, right? Taylor scored a touchdown. It looked like the Colts were going to continue to feed him. That stopped. When the Browns put up 17 points in the second quarter to go into halftime with a leading 20-10, that stopped. That Taylor stuff stopped. The Browns were without Nick Chubb, and they're going to be without him for a couple weeks. But Hunt and the Ernest Johnson are filling in just fine. They're filling in that hole just fine. Odell Beckham Jr. looks like he's back. He's having fun, right? This week, they let him throw a ball. They let him throw a pass. Odell Beckham threw a pass. I guess you keep Odell happy and involved, and it's a great recipe for success, right? Baker Mayfield struggled and threw 2 interceptions. The Browns really took control of this game in the second quarter and never let the Colts back into the game. Phillip Rivers and the Colts are now 0-2 when he throws for 30 or more passes. The Browns improved to 4-1, and it's the first time. Is it time that we start showing them respect, guys? This is the first time the Browns are 4-1 since 1994. You know who their coach was in 1994? Bill Belichick. So, hey, the Cleveland Browns, guys. The Cleveland Browns, 4-1. Let's show them some respect. The dog pound is barking, woof, 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 and they're having a great time. Good for them. hey, celebrate it, Cleveland, because you don't really have much time you don't get this very often, right? If you guys follow my pages a lot, follow me, daily, you guys know mostly on Saturdays I put out an upset of the week. My upset of the week, sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I hit it. Most of the time I do. I said this Saturday, I said the Miami Dolphins would upset the San Francisco 49ers, and you would think that I said the world was ending, right? I lost followers. My inbox was going crazy with 49er fans telling me I was stupid, I was dumb, I didn't know football. They told me just because the 49ers are hurting doesn't mean I should write them off for the season. They said, did you know that Jimmy Garoppolo was coming back this weekend and the offense was going to be back on track? All this stuff. 49er fans, they were getting their friends to get rid of me. They were doing all this stuff because I said they were going to lose to the Dolphins. Hey, if I'm just giving you my upset pick. I'm just telling you what I thought. I said, look, the Dolphins are playing good football this season. They had 3 losses, right? They were 1-3 going into the game. They lost to the Bills, the Patriots, and the Seahawks. 2 of those teams are undefeated. I said, and they played them pretty good, right? I told them, I know the Niners are hurting, but they only have wins against the winless New York teams. The winless New York teams. Well, it didn't take long into this game, into the 49er Dolphin game, for me, for me to see that my prediction was going to come correct, right? And I was told to say this. Who called it? Who called it? Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. I did. Joe Morley called the Dolphins over the 49ers. That's right. That's right. The Dolphins were up 14-0 at the end of the first quarter, then 30-7 at halftime. The GOAT. That many 49ers claim to be the GOAT. Jimmy G. His return didn't go great for him, right? Because he was benched at halftime after going 7 of 17, 77 yards, and 2 interceptions. Ryan Fitzpatrick showed that he is ageless with another 350-yard passing game. The Dolphins put up 43 points on the 49ers. 43-17 was the finals. The 49ers aren't the same. We know that. The injuries have taken tolls on them. The Super Bowl loss might still be affecting them. But they need to know that they aren't the same 49er fans. And the fans that are out there and the fans that are building them up like they're still the great 49ers of last year, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Right? It's not going to get any easier for the 49ers. I'll tell you that right now. Your next 6 games for the 49ers: Rams, Patriots, Seahawks, Packers, Saints, Rams. 49ers. 49er fans, it's time to get realistic. Know that this season isn't looking good. Your team needs a lot of help. You're going from the Super Bowl to a high draft pick. Fix the needs. Fix the team. Get ready for next year. And maybe you could rebound and be a good team next year. But this year, the injuries have taken the toll, and your team is nowhere near where they were last year. Sunday night game. Vikings, Seahawks. I take, if you guys don't follow me on the Ryan Show Sports, I'm on there too. And I said this was the game to watch. I said this was the game of the week. I thought it was going to be interesting. I thought it was going to be high scoring. Dang, I think it had a over under of 57 points in this game, right? I forgot, my bads, that I forgot that Kirk Cousins is no good in primetime football, right? I was excited about the game. I was thinking it was going to be high scoring. Well, shame on me. Shame on me, guys. It was an exciting game, and, it did come down to the wire, and the Vikings looked like, early in the game, it looked like the Vikings were going to run away with this game. It looked like the Vikings had that early win. They were going to take it away. Vikings didn't allow Seattle's offense to do anything in the first half, and held a 13-0 lead. It was 13-0 at halftime, Vikings. The second half began. Down goes Dalvin Cook. Down goes Cook, right? He's hurt. His groin is hurt. He was out the rest of the game. He was just shown on the sideline, just standing there with a jacket on. And we all knew the Seattle defense, would show up eventually. Eventually, we're going to show up. And they did. Seattle scored 21 points in the third quarter. Seattle took a 21-19 lead going into the fourth quarter. Backup running back Alexander Mattison, for the Vikings, took over for Dalvin Cook. He took the team, put him on his back, and led the Vikings down the field, right? Adam Thielen caught a 6-yard touchdown to put the Vikings in the lead. Next drive, Russell Wilson threw an interception, right? Should have been game. Vikings just had to run the damn clock down. They drove 7 plays, wasted 3 minutes, 48 seconds, got to the 2-minute warning. It was 4th down and 1 on Seattle's 26-yard line with 2 minutes left to go in the game. Now you have to make your decision if you're Mike Zimmer. If you're the coach of the Vikings, are you going to kick the field goal, go up by 8, or are you going to go for the 1 yard? You get that 1 yard, the game's over, right? Well, Mike Zimmer decided to go for it. He decided to go for that 1 yard. I questioned the decision. A lot of people are saying that he was going for the win, and if you get the first down, you win the game, and Wilson never touches the ball. Me personally, I kick the field goal. I put my team up 8, make Russell Wilson and the Seattle offense score a touchdown, and then have to do the 2-point conversion too, because odds against that is pretty low, right? Well, the Vikings ran the ball on 4th and 1, didn't make it. Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf made some huge plays on that last drive, ended up scoring the touchdown, the game-winning touchdown, winning the game 27-26. Not going for the field goal ended up costing the Vikings the game. Who knows? Who knows what would have happened if you would have taken the points? And you could say that the people will say that the odds say that they're going for it. That's the best odds. The odds were to go for it on 4th down. Well, the odds don't count Russell Wilson, right? The odds aren't there saying, hey, who's the other quarterback on the other team? Is it an MVP candidate? Has he a history of going down and winning games? Yeah. You don't take in the fact that Russell Wilson can do it, and he'll do it all day. All in all, it's a great day of football. Dak Prescott, feel bad for him. You can't not feel bad for Dak Prescott and the team and the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to see how Andy Dalton does with the Cowboys, but I feel bad for Dak Prescott. We're going to have to check on Dalvin Cook's injury, like we said. Hey, Raiders showed that they are for real. Niners are done. Cowboys, we're going to have to see. Cowboys lead the division at 2-3. Pittsburgh Steelers, their defense didn't look as good as I thought they were going to be, but they won. They got the ball done. We got 2 more days of football. Monday night, we got the Chargers and the Saints. Tuesday night, we got the Bills and the Titans. We'll see how those go. A lot of schedules being mixed up because of COVID. Hopefully there's no more COVID tests. This is my week 5 Sunday recap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you go to joemorleysports.com or follow me on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow me, especially on the podcast, so you guys never miss one of my podcasts. I appreciate it. I'm out of here, guys. Have a great day.